Good morning. On today's episode, I would like us to go through a tutorial on how to use the VALS-10MFW Single Tap Washing Machine. This is a very simple gadget to use and it is very affordable. Remember, it is 10 kgs, and with 10 kgs you can clean a duvet, your blankets. This machine can do all that, and it is that reliable. Now let us have a look at the specs. The first one, we get to see the name of the machine. This is the VALS-10MFW Single Tab Washing Machine. Remember, it is a single tab washing machine. Next, we have the selector switch, and here you get to see the drain option, and then we have the normal option, and then the third one is the gentle option. This is where you can clean those clothes that you're afraid may get torn. Okay, so that's the gentle option. The normal option is just the normal everyday clothes, the cottons and all the rest that you use every day. And then the drain option is where you get to let go of the water from the tub. Remember, this is a very manual washing machine. You have to control everything manually, and you cannot just leave it and go do other things. You have to keep checking that things are okay. The next one is the wash timer, and this machine has a timer of 15 minutes. So it does 15 minutes. Each wash is 15 minutes long. So if you want to clean up your clothes for 30 minutes, you have to let it run for 15 minutes and then do a retake of another 15 minutes so that it gets to 30 minutes. If you just want to do 5 minutes, you have that option. As you can see, you can count. We have 0, 3 all the way to 15, and you get to rotate it manually. So when you want to start cleaning, you rotate the wash timer to the timing that you want your clothes to clean up. Okay, so it's a very manual washing machine, but very reliable and very economical. So once you set the timer, it just begins going round and all the way back to 0. Once it gets to 0, make sure that you rotate it again to 15, and then it starts counting down to 0, or to whatever number of minutes that you want. It just counts down to 0. The other specs is the water inlet. This is where you connect the pipe, the washing machine's pipe, to the source of water, wherever it is. So you just make sure that the piping that you have is long enough and it can get to this machine's pipe so that it feeds the machine with water. Next, we have the power source. So that is the cable, that is the power source that you get to connect to electricity outlets in your house. It has a detachable cover, and inside we get to see that we have the user's manual, and then we have the water pipe that you connect to the source of water. Now this is a filter, so whenever your clothes are cleaning, the filter collects dirt. Okay, and then we have the rotating tab machine motor over there. So that is where you get to pour in your water, and then the tap goes round and round and round. The motor thing goes round and round as it cleans your clothes, as you will see later in the video. Now this is the pipe that you connect to the water inlet, and then the other end of the pipe you get to connect it to the source of water. Okay, so it's easy to detach and attach, as you can see. And then the other end of it, you get to connect it to your source of water. Remember, um, you can make these as long as you want it to be by connecting it with other pipes, or it can remain the way it is if the source of water is close enough and you want to use the inlet. Okay, so remember there are two ways in which you can fill the machine with water. The first one is the piping through the water inlet. The second one is just using a bucket. I prefer that. You get to just pour in water as you will see later in the video. That is the owner's manual. Okay, and then now we have the outlet. Remember, we've looked at the inlet. Now we have the water outlet. So for this one, you just get to direct the pipe, the water outlet, to the best place that you want the dirty water to be redirected towards. So you just make sure that the outlet is in a place where it does not mess up your house, and it is in, I prefer the bathroom, because that is where you can direct the dirty water to that corner in the bathroom where it can drain off, okay, out of the house. Or if you're just doing it from outside and you have power, you just connect it to that. So when you're cleaning your clothes, always remember to set the selector settings to normal. Do not leave it on the drain option. And we are now ready to wash. For all my cleaning, I prefer to use the Sunlight 2-in-1 auto washing machine powder, and this smells good and it cleans clothes very well. And remember, it doesn't fade the blacks, the blacks and the colors don't fade and the whites remain white. So the Sunlight 2-in-1 auto machine washing powder is very reliable for this. Okay, so after placing my soap in my powdered soap in a container, and make sure that there is a refill. You can refill the container, and there is a little spoon over there that I use to just get to load my clothes and add the soap, okay, the powdered soap. So now we are connected to the source of water. So that is where I get to have my water flow into the machine, okay? And then make sure you're connected to a source of power, and always be cautious to look out and confirm that the power source is not exposed to water and all that, for obvious reasons. So now we are connected to the source of water through the inlet, and as you can see, the drain option seems to be on. That's why you need to be very careful. Always set it to the normal option, so that the water does not drain once you start filling it up with water. And as you can see, using the water inlet can take you forever. So as for me, I would rather be done with this fastest way possible. So I prefer to use buckets of water. Okay, so that's the good thing with the top load washing machine. You can manually add water, but with the front load washing machines, once it has locked, you cannot be able to open it up and fill it up with water. So that is an advantage of the top load washing machines. You can manually add water. You can even go fetch water in the river and come and fill it up and do your cleaning. That is the good thing. That's one big advantage with the top load washing machines. So once we are ready, we just set our timer to 15 minutes. And as you can see, once we are connected to the power and just set to 15 minutes, it immediately starts cleaning and it starts counting down our 15 minutes. Remember, the option is on the normal option, not the drain option. It is also not on the sensitive option because I'm cleaning very dirty clothes, in the village and all that. Very dirty clothes, and they need a lot of cleaning. And some of them I had actually soaked them. So very dirty clothes, and always make sure that the surfaces are dry because you're working with a direct source of power close by. So make sure that there is no water that is spilling all over the place. And also it's good to cover the machine with a detachable cover because it will not keep splashing water all over the place. Now, when you look at our timer, you can see that it has gone all round and we keep moving. We are now at minute 10. We started at minute 15 and we are still on the normal option, not the gentle option. So it's the normal option and we are now almost done. We are almost at minute 0. Let's see it come to a halt. Minute 0, minute 0, minute 0. And we are done. So it has just automatically counted down to 0 and it stops at 0. Once it stops at 0, we now get to drain. As you can see, my very dirty clothes, there they are, very dirty, very dirty. But for the sake of this video, I'm glad you can see that our machine is doing well. We're still on the normal option. Now we need to drain the dirty water. So you move from the normal option and we get to engage the drain gear. So we now move to drain, from normal to drain, and it immediately starts draining. The pipes open up and it starts draining the dirty water, as you can see. So it drains all the way, and then once it has finished draining, we now get to rinse. So we return to normal and then we fill in with clean water and then we start again. We set the timer. Okay, so rinsing is the same as washing, but just you don't do soap with rinsing, of course. So we get to go back to the normal, and once you're done, empty the tub and clean the machine with clean water. Remember, you're still on the drain option so that this clean water goes all the way and drains away so that you're left with a clean machine after rinsing your clothes. Okay, so that is the most easiest tutorial on a washing machine that you will ever see. It's that simple. You just set from it's either normal or gentle or draining. Okay, and once you're done with that, you just set your timer to whatever number of minutes that you want. And then once you're done with rinsing, wipe your washing machine dry so that you keep it dry. Okay, and then once you're done, um, make sure that all the piping is set back into the original place to avoid falling, to avoid all those accidents and all that, draining of the little water that's left. Make sure that everything is well kept, and make sure that the machine is wiped dry, and then you can cover it up. Just ensure that it is clean and dry, and it is ready for storage. Remember, you cannot leave it in the bathroom because people will need to take showers, and you don't want to have it cleaned and washed, all over the place. So make sure that you keep the machine in a very dry place. And remember, it is very, very portable. You can carry it by yourself. It's that light. It's not like a heavy top load machine. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate.